Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your memories bring back your memories bring back your
Good evening and welcome to the Washington Technology Magnet School Class of 2020 Commencement Ceremony. My name is Steve Cox and I'm going to be your MC tonight. But before we begin, we need to send out a special thank you to the Senior Class President, Tabu Henry, who put together that outstanding processional video. Now, as for tonight's commencement, in a normal situation, you'd be reminded not to applaud, cheer, shout out as each graduate was named. However, tonight, because we are in such a different situation, we encourage you to applaud, cheer, shout out to each and every graduate as they receive their diploma and head down the aisle. So please do that, and let's have fun tonight. Here's a few words from our principal, Ms. Stacy Bonnick. Principal Bonnick?
Good evening, Washington Technology Magnet School graduating class of 2020. What can I say? You are simply amazing. I am so proud to have been your principal this past school year. Thank you to all of the teachers, coaches, custodians, cafeteria workers, parents, guardians, aunties, uncles, sisters, brothers, and any other significant people who have helped you along your way. Graduating is a big achievement under any circumstance. Some of you have had to overcome some serious obstacles along the way, whether it was an illness, a family crisis, a falling out with a dear friend, and dealing with the unkindness of our current world. Along with the usual challenges of growing up, you had to deal with the added pressures of social media, reports of school shootings, climate change, and other challenging times in our world. And then, just as you're about to celebrate having made it through all of that, just as you were looking forward to prom, senior events, graduation, and a whole bunch of senior parties, you were forced out of school for a teacher strike. And then, if it couldn't get any more challenging for you, the world is turned upside down by a global pandemic. As much as I am sure you love your families, I will bet you were not thinking the last part of your senior year was going to be stuck at home with them playing board games, fussing over Wi-Fi, or binge watching Netflix. I can almost guarantee you, though, the disappointment of missing a face-to-face graduation will pass pretty quickly. I don't remember much from my own high school graduation. I'm almost certain, though, it was a bonus, that it's a bonus that you don't have to sit through a bunch of commencement speeches. But what I do remember and is very important are the friendships that I made over my K-12 school years. Graduation marks the passage into adulthood, the time when you begin to take charge of your own life. It's when you get to decide what's important to you, the kind of career you want to pursue, who you may want to build a life with, and the values that you want to live by. Some of you may be planning on going to college, and getting dropped off at the campus in the fall is an uncertainty at this time. If you were planning to start work, finding that first job may be tougher than you thought. No matter what your circumstance is, you're dealing with mass uncertainty, and that can be very stressful. The best advice I can give you right now is to say, hang in there. It will get better. The realization of adulthood may be intimidating to some of you, but I also hope it's inspiring and exciting. Life will have its ups and downs. I can guarantee you that. But look at what you have endured already. You have clearly shown your strength and perseverance during a downtime. If I can leave you with any piece of wisdom or pieces of wisdom, it would be, number one, don't be afraid and always have courage. Number two, always do what you think is right and lead from your heart. And number three, be kind. In a world where you can be anything, be kind to yourself and to others. I encourage you to ground yourself in values such as honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, and respect for others. You will not get it right every time. You will make mistakes. We all do. But always listen to the truth that's inside of you, even when it's hard and inconvenient. As many of you have heard me say, or may have heard me say, strive to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. You all have a very bright future ahead of you. Congratulations, Washington Technology Magnet School Class of 2020. I am so very proud of you, and I wish each and every one of you all the best. Your very, very proud principal, Principal Bonnick.
Thank you, Principal Bonnick. And now a few words from our superintendent, Dr. Joe Gothard. Dr. Gothard?
Greetings, Washington Technology Magnet Graduates Class of 2020. I'm Joe Gothard, Superintendent of St. Paul Public Schools. What I just said, greetings, Class of 2020, has been said and heard ad nauseum over the past several weeks. There have been many before you, too many to count. I'm sure in the chronicles of history, there have been spring commencements following or coinciding with prolific national or world events. In the last 100 years, none have come close to the Class of 2020, and I hope that none ever do again. I speak to you with such sadness today. On these graduation celebrations that over my long career in education have always filled my heart. Well, my heart is full for you, your families, and your friends. I want to thank our incredible educators, leaders, and staff for giving their best efforts to each of you and our entire community during Governor Walz's executive order to create and implement a distant learning experience for Minnesota students. I must also express my deepest sorrow for those who have suffered from COVID-19, the sick and deceased, those who have lost jobs or find themselves stuck in a sea of uncertainty. I'm so very sorry. The origin of the word community goes back centuries, and in some of my brief research, the common people was a theme. When we think of community, we may think of our schools, our neighborhoods, or any other descriptor we use to define a common place. Class of 2020, you are far from common. You are unique, special, and strong. You possess talents in music, mathematics, ultimate frisbee, drawing, economics, languages from around the world, running, and so much more. You are amazing sons, daughters, sisters and brothers, nieces and nephews, cousins and neighbors. Class of 2020, you're somebody's best friend, maybe even more than just one. Frogtown, Highland, East Side, North End, Rondo, West Side, Mac Groveland, Summit U, Hamlin Midway are just some of the neighborhoods you live in and represent. All common, as in St. Paul, Minnesota, but each with their own histories, stories, culture, and pride. Class of 2020, you are part of a larger community of graduates across the country who were abruptly halted from your sprint to the graduation finish line. Our school closures forced each of you to face what was previously unheard of on a scale of this magnitude. Distance learning, asynchronous and synchronous instruction, Google Meet, Zoom, video chat, virtual graduation, all long-standing words or actions, but not part of our everyday high school vernacular. In those middle of March days, there were three things that immediately came to my mind. One, I have to do everything I can to help and support our teachers and staff. Two, our families need SPPS now more than ever. And three, I am not going to allow this global pandemic cause undue harm on any SPPS student, and especially the class of 2020. The culmination of your individual journeys has not been easy. You've missed some school and senior activities that you and your families have looked forward to. You've worked extremely hard to earn the ability to be a musical lead, starting shortstop, begin a new club, or debate like your heart's on fire. Senior year is to focus on the next steps of your journey, not to wish away the agony thrust on our community. Ending the final 14 weeks of your senior year of high school will always be what you have in common with your school and SPPS classmates. It will forever be one community you are part of. I wish you tremendous success in your futures. Likely, questions remain about summer and fall. I know you will continue to persevere, keep focused on your dreams and goals, and you will commit to success. I, along with our Board of Education, 6,000 SPPS staff, and our entire community believe in you. Congratulations, class of 2020.
And now, Assistant Superintendent Andrew Collins has a few words for Washington's class of 2020.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Collins. I'm an Assistant Superintendent for St. Paul Public Schools. Principal Bonnick, colleagues, families, and of course graduates of Washington Technology Magnet School. Class of 2020, good evening. I know this is not the type of graduation ceremony any of you imagined when you started high school 4 years ago. In fact, none of us could have imagined it. Even a few months ago, how is it possible the world could have changed so much in such a short period of time? But it has, and we have. And so, as with many things that will come your way in life, we're forced to adapt, to alter our course. In this, there are some really important life lessons to be learned. Lessons that you may have also learned during your high school journey. The first is that none of us can control what happens to us in life. But what we can control is how we respond. When life throws us lemons, make lemonade. For some of you, this lesson has been reinforced over the past 4 years. You have faced adversity. Things haven't gone your way. You studied really hard for a test and still weren't happy with the score. You had friends or family who were struggling and it impacted your ability to focus on school. Life got in the way, and nevertheless, you persisted. You met the challenge head on. You found a way to adapt, and you pushed forward. The second is we're all stronger together. When a crisis strikes, and it happens to all of us, reach out. None of us can navigate the challenges the world throws at us alone, whether it's a failed grade, a flat tire, or the loss of a loved one. You have learned, whether it's navigating 4 years of high school as a class of 2020 or responding to a global pandemic, we truly are all in this together. The last lesson is the true heroes in life are not found on the cover of a magazine. They're found among us. They are the teacher you had in your freshman year who took the time to tutor you when you were struggling with math, the educator who helped you learn English, the neighbor who shovels and mows the lawns for elderly residents, the medical providers who rush to our side during the times of greatest need. You are the heroes of our future. What you choose to do with your lives and how you choose to invest in our community will not only matter for you, but for all of us. We need you to succeed, to dream big, to continue your path of lifelong learning, to find your passions. You will be the ones educating our children, saving lives in our hospitals, and constructing the roads and the bridges of our future. In attending St. Paul Public Schools, you have benefited from the rich diversity our community has to offer. You come from different backgrounds, speak multiple languages, have different lived experiences, see the world differently, and that's okay. It's actually a good thing. Our community, our state, and our world are better off because of it. Our diversity is our strength, and you will bring that strength wherever you go. Some of you have made plans for next year, attending college near or far, developing technical skills, entering trades, enlisting in the military, and some of you have no clue what you want to do. That's okay. I was there once too. We all were. Follow your passions, follow your heart, take care of each other, seize opportunities, and build a world out of this crisis that is better than any of us have ever seen. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Our world will change for the better. You can be a part of that change. Again, congratulations to all of you in the class of 2020. Go forth, do great things, and be great human beings. Thank you.
And now from the St. Paul Public School Board of Education, Mr. Steve Marchese. Steve?
Graduates of the Washington Tech class of 2020, family members, loved ones, members of our Washington Tech community, staff, and administration, I am proud to bring you congratulations from the Board of Education. This is a strange time for everyone, and I am with all of you in wishing we were celebrating in person. I'm here to congratulate you, of course, but also to provide you with some context for your achievement. There are 234 students in this year's Washington Technology Magnet School graduating class. For those of you going on to college, the schools you'll attend include University of Minnesota, St. Paul College, Century College, Augsburg University, Hamline University, Stanford University, and Howard University. Another 6 of you will be entering the United States National Guard and the United States Marine Corps. And still others will be taking life very much as it comes. And who knows at this point what that means? Who knows where we'll be in 3 months, 6 months? There's only one thing we can count on. In the words of the great Sam Cooke, a change is going to come. Many of you have already spent at least 13 years in our St. Paul Public Schools. If you are one of those students, I say to you and to your families, thank you. And thank you to those who have joined us at some point along the way. It has been an honor and a privilege to spend the time with you, and I hope you have many happy memories. My further hope for each of you is that your time in our schools, and most recently at Washington Tech, has prepared you for whatever comes next. That you will be flexible, adaptable, curious, and fearless. Well, not too fearless. We all still have to have some caution until at least there's a vaccine. Listen, we don't know how this will end, and that means we, or should I say you, can still help write that ending. With your smarts, your drive, and your curiosity, your goodness, all of which I hope you have developed in our schools, you can help decide how the world is going to look when we get through this. Bring your passion for equity and your dedication to justice with you out into the wider world and use them to make it a better place. Don't forget where you came from, but also don't be afraid to go someplace new. Keep your heart warm and your head high. Dedicate yourself to the truth. Don't just believe in science, advance it. Don't just talk about what's right, live it. We are proud of you, graduates. Get out there and make us even prouder. Congratulations to the Washington Tech class of 2020. I can't wait to see what you'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Marchese. And now for our commencement address, we're going to hear from 2 12th grade teachers, Mrs. Karen Casper and Ms. Jennifer Parker.
Good evening, class of 2020. Ms. Parker, what a year it's been.
I agree, Ms. Casper. What a year it's been. Ms. Casper and I have been in this building for, collectively, 47 years. Have you ever spoken at graduation?
No, Ms. Parker, I have not.
Me neither.
We would like to begin by saying what an honor it is to have been asked to address the Washington class of 2020.
Commencement speeches are often reminding graduates that they are the future. In President Obama's recent commencement speech, he challenged the class of 2020 to shape your future world.
In his commencement address, he said there is a bright side to all of this chaos. This chaos allows your generation, Generation Z, the opportunity to shape our world.
Ms. Casper, what does it take to shape our world?
Well, here's a spoiler alert, Ms. Parker. Generation Z, you have already started this work.
Class of 2020, you and your peers around the world have demonstrated skills and leadership beyond your years.
Leaders in the future, Ms. Parker, will be required to think globally.
In your time at Washington, you have been part of a school community that is distinguished by having global representation that reaches far and wide. Your families have come from across the world. Nepal, Thailand, Ethiopia, Mexico, El Salvador, just to name a few.
And from across this nation as well, Ms. Parker, from California to Wisconsin to Illinois.
And of course, from Minnesota, from Minneapolis to Blaine to Maplewood.
And of course, from St. Paul. This global diversity has afforded you, Washington graduates of 2020, a worldview that few students across our nation have been so fortunate enough to experience. The opportunity to work side by side with your fellow Washington seniors has provided you with an international life experience that cannot be taken away.
Future leaders will need to be creative. In this area, Gen Zs have put the boomers to shame.
The class of 2020, you drop creativity on the daily. TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Reddit, Netflix, WhatsApp, Vine, Twitch, Spotify. Ms. Parker, they're going to Venmo our society out of paper money in the near future. Writing the future with your creativity.
Let's be real. As digital natives, you have moved so quickly beyond us, older generation, that it looks and feels like we're standing still.
This world is not static, but no worries, because your generation is anything but static.
Here's some advice. Don't wait around for older generations to catch up. Keep doing what you're doing. You are already writing the future with this creativity. Leaders in the future are going to have to be agents of change. There are so many pressing issues in this information age. Climate change, social justice, trans rights, gender rights, mental health.
Class of 2020, unlike young people in former generations, the youth of today have had to face many daunting issues, and you have had the courage to act like at no other time in our history. You have brought us Greta Thunberg, Malala Yousafzai, and Jamal Green.
You've harnessed your power to bring us the March for Our Lives in response to the Parkland shootings.
You have brought us I Am Jazz.
And you have not buried your head in the sand. Gen Zs have risen up.
And this, Ms. Parker, it gives me hope.
Hope for a future where people will be active agents of change.
Hope for a future where creative, forward-thinking leadership is the norm.
And hope for a future where we are united as one global community.
We are at a period in our history that feels so uncertain, but there is one thing that I am sure of, and that is that you, class of 2020, you are ready for this challenge.
Dear past, thank you for your lessons.
And dear future, I am ready.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
We love you.
Thank you, Mrs. Casper, and thank you, Ms. Parker. Our first student speaker tonight, who's going to give the victory address, is Kang Zhang. Kang?
Class of 2020. I didn't want to typically say we made it, but I think we deserve that much. We really did make it. Although we aren't on a big stage with caps and gowns with our families behind us, through this video call, I want to congratulate each and every one of us. We've come so far. When I think of and look at each of you, I see so many future millionaires, philanthropists, CEOs, and leaders of our country. I want to acknowledge and thank all families, friends, and staff members who joined us tonight to celebrate our success and the start of a new period in our lives. As the first generation of 6th graders, we pushed through 7 years of Washington to make it to this virtual stage as graduates. Through being the youngest guinea pigs of this school, we went through trial and error for our teachers to improve. We were the youngest, and I personally think that makes us unique. To be the first generation of something is something to be proud of because our very participation helps sculpt our school. We followed the upperclassmen's footsteps but also changed their status quo to fit our needs. With following our upperclassmen's footsteps, our school doesn't actually have many traditions. Without any school traditions to revive every year, our senior prank was something we all looked forward to. Last year, the class of 2019 painted the big rock of a sports field purple. We wanted to paint it gold this year to see if that would blossom into a tradition for every senior class to come. Unfortunately, we didn't get that opportunity with school being shut down. Fortunately, though, we bonded outside of school hours, and that has made us all so much closer than before. Besides senioritis, I think we've also been hit by a case of nostalgia. I know we'll all find our own paths and build an amazing future. I believe a person is not complete without their past. We've done so many notable things throughout 4 years of high school. We learned how important giving back to the community is through every amazing teacher that Washington brought us. We saw how hard it was to be new 6th graders, and we joined WEB to be upperclassmen that they can look up to. We planned amazing school dances, festivals, and event nights to loosen up and have fun. We practiced for many hours and made our team sports a household name throughout the SPS district. Many of us are first-generation college students, so we took PSEO, CIS, SPC, or AP college credits to reap all the benefits, because that's what we are. We're maximizers, hard workers, and in our own beloved words, breadwinners. If this doesn't show perseverance as a class, then I don't know what does. Or maybe, us showing perseverance is found in literally being the only Washington class to graduate in the midst of a global pandemic. It takes a strong student to still find the strength to work hard and graduate the current state of the world. We had to give up our traditional graduation ceremony, a prom, a senior trip, and most importantly, our last few days with each other to create lasting memories. We have sacrificed so much for the sake of others, the world, and our futures that no one else will ever be able to shake our ground because we know we can make it out for anything. When I talk about how much we've lost, I can't stop thinking of how our year got cut short. We made it out through the St. Paul Federation of Educators strike, and at that time, we all believed that was the biggest surprise of our senior year. We got nearly a week off of school, and it gave us a much-needed break. It's ironic, though, how we then got hit by a global pandemic. Suddenly, all the schools shutting down jokes turned to a reality. Despite the COVID-19 changing our everyday lives, we adapted to distance learning quickly and used our time in quarantine productively. I want everyone to reflect on the past few months and realize just how strong-willed we all are. I know we're all reminiscing over the past and our lost times, but this is not a time to be stuck in one place. This seems like the end, but it's only the end of our new beginning. We are starting a new chapter in our lives with college, apprenticeships, startups, and many different post-secondary options. If I could do it all over again, I would go right back to the class of 2020. Wherever we go from here forth, I know we'll shake the earth, move crowds of believers, and build our own platforms. In the years following our graduation today, I want to see everyone come together annually for class reunions I hope to host. The things we accomplished will most definitely go down past Washington history into our real history. And so, cherish the last 7 years we spent together because our roads will cross again. Thank you so much and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Kang, thank you so much. Our next student speaker is going to be giving the farewell address, and that student is Bao Vang. Bao?
Hello, class of 2020. It has been a crazy and tremendous journey we have gone through. I would like to introduce myself just in case anyone forgot who I am since quarantine started. Hello, everyone. My name is Bao Vang. I want to start off and say thank you to all the staff members at Washington for helping and providing us scholars much guidance throughout our time at Washington. You all have pushed us to challenge ourselves and to step out of our comfort zone. Without you all doing your job, we wouldn't be able to have such an amazing education system. Thank you to the parents and guardians for helping us and support us. You put in many work hours to provide us the essentials. Last but not least, thank you to the cohort of 2020. Thank you for supporting each other. Thank you for helping each other as we all grew up together. Many of us have been at Washington and have followed the same routine for the past 6 years. It may have gotten boring, but we all did it together. We survived the class that lasted forever, econ and government. We remember which day was purple and which day was gold. And we all turned in our research paper. We all have waited for this day to come, knowing one day it will come. And then the big day finally came, just to tell us we had to celebrate it virtually. Within the last 6 years at Washington, we have learned many lessons, we have grew up, we have set boundaries. One of the many big lessons I have learned and want to share with you all is be comfortable with being uncomfortable. We cannot always expect everything to go as we have planned, and that is okay. That is why life is like a roller coaster. It is okay if your plan did not go as you have planned. It is okay if you have to make decisions you thought you will never have to make. Maybe in the near future, you took a great opportunity and found a new interest. Whatever happens in your future, be prepared to be in an uncomfortable position. Just remember that things will never last forever and better days will come. Just like this virus, one day it will go away and we will have to go back and do what we have to do. The weekend does not last forever. We have lost some members, members along the way, gained some, but the majority of you guys have stayed. I know we've had an unexpected senior year and didn't think it would zoom away like this. Everything has been hard on all of us, but on the bright side, we all made it. We don't have to wake up 6 in the morning anymore, no more 7:20 a.m. class, no more Mr. Warren calling you or your parents, no more Miss Vestrom hunting you down to tell you to go to class, and no more, where's your pass? I know if we can, we would want a regular prom, senior prank, senior send-off, senior picnic, and a traditional graduation ceremony. But because we have no control over this world, we have to do what is best for our safety right now. As next fall starts, each individual of us will begin a new journey. It does not matter if you're going to work after high school, taking a gap year, going to a 4-year university, attending a community college, or going into the military. As long as you're doing what you enjoy doing and it is making you happy and successful, there is no reason to feel bad at all. We are all chasing the same dream, which is to be successful. We are just taking different routes, and that is okay. To end this, I want to tell you, graduate, that we had a senior year that no senior had before or will have. I believe that in the future, you are strong and ready for harder challenges because you were able to go through this pandemic. Thank you for making this a great 2020 cohort, and best of luck to you all. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Bao, thank you so much. At this time, St. Paul Public Schools Board of Education member Zuki Ellis, along with Principal Bonnick, will present diplomas of graduation to the Washington Technology Magnet Schools class of 2020.
By the authority vested in me by St. Paul Public Schools, and on behalf of the faculty and staff at Washington Technology Magnet School, I hereby certify that each of these graduates has completed the requirements for graduation from Washington Technology Magnet School, the St. Paul Public Schools, and the state of Minnesota. Congratulations, graduates.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for. By the power vested in me by the state of Minnesota and by the Board of Education of Independent School District 625, I hereby confer upon each of you the high school diploma with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations, graduates.
Alrighty, would you join me in congratulating the graduating class of 2020 for the hard work, for the dedication, and for everything they brought to our school to make it a great place for learning. Class of 2020, we congratulate you. Now, we do have one more guest tonight, and we have seen her before. Bao Vang, come on up.
Once again, congratulations, class of 2020,